Who's there? One, Kate. Kun.
Oh, one move to today. She's not free tomorrow.
Okay, no problem. Right. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. How are you today?
Hi, good afternoon. I'm good, but sleepy.
Sleepy? Why are you sleepy? Did you go to bed late?
No, I just sleepy. I don't know why.
Just one of those days is what we say. Okay. Kun, how are you today?
I'm happy and fine.
Happy? Why are you happy? What's so happy about today?
Today, my games Cooking and Kingdom will have a new character.
Ah, so you get to play with a new character later. After class, you can play?
Yes.
Excellent. Okay.
Teacher, I get it already, but I didn't play it.
Ah, so you have it there ready and waiting for you.
Yes.
Good stuff. One. Hello, One. How are you today?
I'm good.
Glad to hear it. So, what have you been doing in your free time? Anything? Can't hear you.
Play game with friends.
Playing games with friends. Okay. Elmo, how are you today?
Fine.
So what have you been doing with your free time, Elmo?
Play game.
Playing games? What kind of games?
Simulator game.
Simulator. Ah, what kind of flight simulator? Car simulator? Car. Okay, interesting. Do you like driving? Would you like to drive?
Yes.
Have you tried it yet?
No.
Okay. It's good fun. I love driving. And Feya, how are you today?
I'm good.
So what have you been doing with your free time?
Play game.
What games have you been playing?
Roblox.
Roblox. Okay, I haven't heard of that one. Right, okay, guys. So today, teacher Annie told me that you have been looking at Unit 22, important numbers. So numbers are such a varied thing. We can use numbers to talk about lots of different things. So here in this, on this page, part A, they're talking about how long this man's beard is, how tall this woman is, how big this house is, how high the mountain is, and how far the moon is from the earth. So we can use numbers to talk about lots of different things. What we are going to do today is page 49, exercise E. Okay, that's what we're going to do. So these are numbers to talk about yourself and things about you. Okay, so that's what we're going to do later. But first, let's have a look at second, find where it is. Okay, so we're going to look at numbers in a puzzle. Okay, so we've got some puzzles here using numbers. So they're quite different. The first one is a word puzzle. So let's see, who can we get to read? Who wants to read this? Otherwise, I'll choose someone. Okay. Eeny, meeny, miny, moe. Catch a tadpole by its toe. If it screams, let it go. Eeny, meeny, miny, moe. Kun. Okay, Kun, can you read this? What does it say? There are
5 sisters in the room. Anne is reading a book. Margaret is cooking. Kate is playing chess. Mary is doing laundry. Who is the 5th sister doing?
what? What is the 5th sister doing? Okay. Anyone? Do you know the answer? So there are 5 sisters. Anne, number 1, is reading a book. Margaret, number 2, she's cooking something. Kate, the 3rd sister, she's playing chess. Marie, the 4th sister, she's doing laundry. What is the 5th sister doing? Let's just say her name is Lisa. What is Lisa doing? Anyone? Anyone? No? Okay. She's playing chess with Kate.
Oh.
2 people play chess.
I need to play with that.
Okay, so the next one here. So these are numbers with some pictures, some lines. So insert the missing number.
I know now. Teacher, I know now.
You know this?
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so what's the missing number?
4
4.
is the number of the corner, see? 1, 2,
Ah,
3, 7.
yes, well done. Where the lines meet, where the lines join. Yeah, well done, Kate. So you can see the first picture, there are 9 joins. They join 9 times. 1 time in the second picture, 4 times in the last picture. Well done. Okay.
One is facing the north. One is facing the south. The other face north. Yet they can see each other without mirrors. How can it be?
Okay, so north and the opposite, south. So there, one is facing this way, one is facing the opposite way. But they can see each other. They don't have mirrors.
Just stand in front of each other.
Yeah, that's right. They're facing each other.
They're facing it. What goes through city and fields but never move? Never moves? Huh? What? Never move.
Okay, so in a city, so in Bangkok, there is one of these things. Most cities have one of these things. Some cities have 2, but in London there is 1. In Bangkok there is 1 of these things that goes through a city, but it never moves.
I have no idea.
It always stays in the same place. Again, please, Kun. What is it? No, not province. A road or a river. I was thinking river, but this one they've got a road. So there are many roads, but yeah, it goes through.
Row.
Okay. Okay. Elmo, read this one, please.
Moment and never
What
in
can
a
you
thousand.
see once in a minute, twice in a moment, and never in 1,000 years?
Okay. What do you think?
Twice in a moment and never in 1,000 years.
Once in a minute. 1 time in a minute. 2 times, twice in a moment.
Never in 1,000 years.
Yes.
Hmm.
It is The letter M. In a minute, 1. In a moment, 2
Oh.
times. 2 M's. In 1,000 years, there are no M's when we spell 1,000 years. Oh. Okay. Next one. What number is missing? So tip, it's not 4.
2,
I
3,
think it's 5.
5. It's
Ah.
5 because
Elmo and
Or
Kate think it's 5.
5 or 3. I think it's
Okay, why do you think it's 5?
because 4 then is 5, so
Okay, good guess. Well done,
Oh.
yes. 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 5. Easy peasy.
there's a bathtub filled with
Okay, who can
water
read this one?
with
One?
in front
One,
of
do you want to read this one?
You have spoon,
Yes,
a cup,
teacher.
and a bucket.
There's
What?
a bottom filled with water in front of you. You have a spoon, a cup, and a bucket. What is the fastest way to empty the tub?
Okay. The fastest way we can empty it very quickly by doing what? What should we do? Use the spoon. Use the spoon. Use the bucket. What should you do? Anyone? Do you have an answer?
I have an answer, teacher.
Okay. What do you think?
Just pull out the water. It's how I think.
This thing.
Yeah, yes.
Plug. Yes. Pull out the plug. That's the fastest way. Spoon. No, don't waste your time. Right. Okay. So add 1 line to make the equation true.
1 line.
So add 1 line. So that means to
Add 1 line, add the equal.
to draw a line. Draw a line somewhere.
I think it's 1 line at the equal. Yes, like that.
No. It says here, PS.
I know, teacher. I know, teacher.
Okay, listen. If you read, it says you cannot cross the equal sign.
Can I do it? I know the answer.
Yes, go for it. Where would you draw?
One.
Where
I'm
would
the
you draw
pink
the
one.
line?
Here it's 5, 4, 5, and then plus 5 and plus 5. So it's 500.
Well done. So it's 545. That becomes a 4. Yes, well done, Kate. Okay, next one. Explain the puzzle. 2 plus 2 equals fish. 3 plus 3 equals 8. 7 plus 7 equals triangle.
Triangle.
How is that the case?
8. I'm dizzy.
Okay, I'll just show you this one, I think. Because it's difficult for you to explain, I think. So if you reverse 1 number, so it's reversed, and then put the 2 numbers together, and you will get these
It's a
symbols.
weird.
Teacher, I studied this one.
It's a weird symbol.
Yes.
Super weird.
Symbols using numbers. Okay, so this is the last one. Okay, Thea, can you read this one, please?
There are three in front of you. You have to go through one of them. Behind the first door, a fire is
Raging.
raging. A gunman lurks behind the second one. Behind the third one, there is a lion that hasn't eaten in 3 years. Which door will you choose?
So there's a fire behind door number 1.
The door number
Different.
3, teacher.
Number 3. Okay.
I'm gonna choose lion too because if
Oh, well, stop.
Oh.
Okay, Faya, which door do you choose?
Lion.
Okay, Elmo, which door?
Fire.
Fire. And 1, which door? One, can't hear you. Which door would you choose?
Yellow.
The fire. Okay, so
Yes.
1 and Elmo choose fire. Kate, Faya, and Kun, which door did you choose? The lion?
I choose the lion, teacher.
Okay, why?
I'm choosing
Because
because if lion didn't eat it for 3 years, wouldn't it die?
Do you agree with that, Kun?
yes,
It will be just a lion meat.
Just the bones, maybe. Yes, that's right. Of course, lions can survive for food 1 to 2 weeks, but lions can survive for 1 to 2 weeks without food. If it's been 3 years since the animal's last meal, it is probably long dead. The door with the lion behind it will be the safest option. Right. Okay, so that was numbers in a fun way, in a way to make some riddles. Now let's look at numbers in a different way. Okay, so what 2 numbers are important? What 2 numbers that you can think of are important numbers? Think of 2 numbers that are important in the world. What 2 numbers do you think they are? Any idea?
I have
9.
Number 9, okay. Kun, what do you think?
7, teacher.
You think 7, okay. Anyone else, girls? Do you think any numbers are important in the world?
I have 2 numbers, teacher.
Okay, what's the other number?
11.
11, 7 and 11.
Yeah.
Is that because we can buy things from there?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, so let's have a look at what 2 numbers are probably the 2 most important numbers in the world, especially now. Right, okay, so have a listen to this.
So we're going to start with some rapid fire questions.
Okay.
How many people have walked on the moon in the last 25 years?
0.
What is the sum of e raised to the power I times pi and 1?
0.
How many times have you climbed Mount Everest?
I wish I'd done it, but 0.
How many times have you had your mugshot taken?
I wish 0, but the answer is 1.
What is the probability that you'll live forever?
0.
What 2 numbers do you need to know to avoid a climate disaster?
51 billion and 0. The world emits 51 billion tons of greenhouse gas each year, and we need to drive that to 0. I write about how to do this in my book, How to Avoid a Climate Disaster. Come ask me anything during my AMA today at 11:15 a.m.
Okay, so what were the 2 numbers?
5
0 and
billion.
Yep, yes,
5
Elmo.
billion
1
and
million.
0
0.
and
50 million. 51 million.
51 billion. No, not 51 billion. 0, yes. Okay, what was the other number that he talked about?
The moon in the last 25 years.
0.
What is the sum of e raised to the power I times pi and 1?
0.
How many times have you climbed Mount Everest?
I wish I'd done it, but 0.
How many
0.
times have you had your mugshot taken?
I wish 0, but the answer is 1.
0 and 1. They are 2 very important numbers. Why? Why are they important numbers? Do you know why? Any idea?
I think it's computer web or something. It's about computer web something and like
Yes, you're on the right track.
1010.
That's right. Yes, you're on the right track there. So it's something that we call binary code.
There's one time that my dad told me that, and I saw it in news, and I was like, wait, what is it? I saw so many 0 and 1, and I asked my dad, so that's why I know.
Right. Yeah. So there's even an alphabet. So you can write the letter A on a computer by using this binary code. So every time you tap A, your computer sends this code to the screen, so it knows it's an A. So
if I use my name in that, will it be wrong? Like my whole name?
that's right. Yes. So if
Because
you
my
were,
last name is super long. So
that's right. If you had
I
a
use it-
really, yeah, if you have a really long name, then yes, it will be a super long code.
Bruh.
So if we look at numbers in a different way, we have numbers for the longest, the fastest, the highest, the tallest, how many things. And if we want to know about that, we can go to this trusted source called the Guinness Book of World Records. So the Guinness World Records have a list of all of the things in the world that are the fastest, longest, how many there are. Right, okay, so next thing. Right, okay, so some number facts.
Numbers dictate our lives. Whether it's money, our weight, or the amount of stars in the galaxy, almost anything can be measured and defined by numbers. With the human mind's natural inclination for curiosity, humanity's earliest record of counting traces back over 50,000 years ago. From ancient tally methods, numbers continue to guide our lives in ways you might not even think of. For one, most technology operates in numeric codes and algorithms, including your phones and computers. Certain numbers have also held different meanings throughout cultures. Although you deal with them every day, you might be surprised by how little you actually know about numbers. Watch on and see for yourself. Different cultures discovered the concept of zero at different times. It is generally accepted that the Indian astronomer and mathematician Brahmagupta first discussed the concept of zero around 600 AD. 100 doesn't actually mean 100. The word hundred is derived from the Old Norse word hundredth, which actually means 120 instead of 100. Only one number is spelled with the same amount of letters as its value. The number 4 has 4 letters too. It's the only number that has this trait. The earliest form of numbers were tally marks found on prehistoric bones and artifacts. The tally system was first observed in the Sumerian and Babylonian civilizations of Mesopotamia and Egypt. Numerals vary with each language. By definition, numbers are arithmetic objects used to count and measure. Meanwhile, numerals are the symbols that represent numbers. The numerals we use now are called Hindu-Arabic numbers. The Hindu-Arabic number system originated from 6th to 7th century India. 0 is the only number without a Roman numeral.
So do you know what Roman numerals are? Roman numbers. So if you see numbers that look like
IV, like that. IV.
IV and X and
X,
M
yes.
and C, yeah, so they are Roman numerals. Yeah, so 0 is the only number that is not in Roman numerals. They don't have 0. Did you know that?
The first use of the 0 symbols first appeared between 900 and 800 BC. People believe that aliens are trying to reach us through prime numbers.
So have you guys studied prime numbers at school? Do you know about prime numbers? Okay. Okay, all right, we'll stop there. Go to the next one. Right, okay, so here we have some more facts. So what I want you to do is pick one that you think is interesting or one that you want to know about. And then we're going to go to a website and have a look at it. Okay, so have a look at all of these and pick one. Choose one that you want to know about. Have a look and choose one. Which one do you think is the most interesting for you? Choose one of these. Anyone, just choose one.
100 doesn't actually mean 100.
Okay, thank you, Elmo. Right, so okay, so 100 doesn't actually mean 100. So the word 100 is derived, means comes from. The word 100 comes from the Old Norse word. Norse is like Vikings in Norway. The Old Norse word, Old Viking word, 100, which actually means 120 of something, not 100. So the word that we use now in English, we took it from a different language, a very old language. But in that language, it actually meant 120. Well, you have 120 queens. They would say 100, but I don't know why in English we use it for 100. A bit strange. Okay. There. Which one do you want to look at? Kun? One? Kate? Choose one.
I choose the B.
You have to read what it says.
I didn't search.
No, you choose, and then I will go to the website. You just read what it says in the box.
Where
Is not that page.
Can you?
You
Okay, let me start again. You see now?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Okay, which one? Which box?
Bees can count.
Bees can count, right? Okay. Bees can count. Right, okay, bees can count. So studies show that bees can identify and count up to 4. They can count 1, 2, 3, 4 and recognize the concept of 0. Bees were trained to choose which sample has more or less. Eventually, they showed an 80% success rate. So they did an experiment with bees to see if bees could count. Oh, there is only one flower. Oh, there are 3 flowers. Oh, there are 0 flowers. And they worked out that 80% of the time, bees could count up to 4. Is that amazing?
Yeah.
Okay. Kate, are you there?
Yes.
Okay, which one do you choose?
9 is feared in Japan.
9 is, oh yeah, that one sounds interesting. 9 is feared in Japan. I've never heard of this one, so let's see. I think it's at the bottom, one of the, oh, here we go. 9 is feared in Japan. Although some cultures view 9 as a mystic or sacred number, it is feared in Japan because it sounds similar to the Japanese word for torture or suffering. Okay. So, do you know this word, torture?
No.
Okay, let's just show you quickly. It's something that's very bad that could happen to someone. In Thai, this is torture. So in Japanese, when they say the word 9, it sounds like this word. And they think, oh no, that's not good. That's a bad sound. Right, okay. Oh,
So I should not say 9 in
Japanese language. Do you know Japanese? Do you know how to say 9 in Japanese?
No.
Neither do I, but the sound of the Japanese word.
If I accidentally said 9, all of people will be nervous and
They're like, quick run away. Maybe. Okay. Fair, 1. Which one do you choose?
The word love in tennis means a score of 0.
Right. Okay. Did you know this before, Fair? No? Okay, yeah. So if one player in tennis, do you know how the scores go? They don't say 1, 2, 3. They say 15 love. That means one player has 15, the other player has 0. 15 love, 30 love. Right, okay. Yes. Okay, the word love in tennis means a score of 0. Some point its origins to the gambling expression love or money, aka otherwise also known as playing a game for money, stakes, or love, nothing. Others claim it's because the French word l'œuf means the egg, and an egg looks like a 0. Oh, okay. That's interesting. I don't think they're true, but sounds interesting. Right, okay. 1, which one do you choose?
The picture painting.
Yeah, read what it says in the box. Can you read what it says? 1, can you hear me? or I think one has a internet problem. Picture painting, let's see, I think she means the one with Leonardo da Vinci. Okay, so let's have a look at that. Okay, so Leonardo da Vinci started the paint by numbers concept. Do you know Leonardo da Vinci, everyone? Yeah, I hope you do.
Yes.
Okay, so the popular hobby craft we know, painting by numbers, is based on Leonardo da Vinci's teaching method. Paint by number sets were created in 1950 by Dan Robbins, originally a children's book illustrator. Robbins was tasked to think of a way to sell more paint at his workplace. From there, paint by numbers took off as a timeless craft activity. Right, okay, so there are some ways that we use numbers. Another way that we use numbers is to talk about history, things that happened in the past. We have dates. So we have years, we have the months, and the day of the month. So numbers are used for history as well. Let's have a look. So I think you do know, Thailand has the longest place name in the world, the longest name for any city or anywhere in a country. How long is this name? Do you know this name? Can any of you say this name? I've met some students at schools and they can say this name, this very, very long name. Can any of you guys, can you say this name? Do you know what it is?
I know, but I didn't remember how to say it so long.
Okay, well here it is in English. Okay. I'm sure at least one of you knows some of it. Okay. So this is it in English. This is how we spell it in English. Kung Tep Mahanakon Amon Ratanakosin Mahad blah 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 blah. Very, very long. So this is the longest name. How many letters in this? It has the longest name. So I think it was something like 50 or 60 letters or something like that. So let's have a look at things that happened when you were born. So there's a website here. You can type in your date of birth and you can find out what happened when you were born. So this is for me. So this is on November. I was born in November, the 20th of November. So on the 20th of November, these are all of the things that happened from a very long time ago up until now. So what happened when you were born? Let's have a look at one thing for each of you. So for me, let's have a look something. So that's when I was born. I was born in 1978. Okay. So on my birthday,
My mom said we shouldn't reveal ages to each other because they could know the age and they could like do bad things about.
no, that's if you do things on the internet, Kate. That's not for talking to people. That's if you do things on the internet. So this is not connected. Yeah, but this is not for you, Kate. This is for anyone. Okay, so don't worry that you are telling us your birthday. It's not a problem. It's not for Kate. This is for anyone. Anyone can have a birthday on the 20th of November. It's not my name. It's just a date. So we can see what happened in history. So Windows #1, the very first Windows, was released on my birthday in 1981. Okay, so, okay, Kate, let's start with you then. So which month were you born in? Kate, can you hear me? Okay, Kate has left the class. 1, which month were you born in?
Me?
Yes, Kate, I was just asking you, but you didn't answer.
May.
May, okay. And which number, which date in May?
22.
May the 22nd. So on May the 22nd, here we go. On May, let's get something that's closer to our year. So, okay, on the 22nd of May, anything interesting? 2004, 2010.
Oh,
Not so many things, but let's hear a tornado. Okay, so there was a tornado in America, and it killed 158 people in Missouri, the largest death toll from a tornado since records began. Right, okay.
yeah.
Not so many things there for you, Kate. Okay, 1. Which month were you born in?
Bigger wasn't better.
20, June.
Again, please.
June, teacher, June.
June. Okay, June. And which day?
24.
24th June. Right, so on the 24th of June, let's get closer to our date. Lots happened. Oh, not a lot happened. Well, in 1970, the US Senate votes overwhelmingly to repeal the Gulf of Tonkin Resolution. Not a lot happened on your birthday, one. Okay, so Kun, which month?
The Soviet strategy is just to pump men in.
Sorry, I didn't hear.
February.
February. And date?
2nd.
2nd. Okay, so on the 2nd of February. Let's get a bit closer. Oh, okay, on the 2nd of February. In 1972, the Winter Olympics began in Sapporo in Japan. So on your birthday in 1972, the Winter Olympics started in Japan. Okay. Elmo, which month?
November.
November. Same as me. Okay, and the date?
23rd.
Oh, really? 3 days after me. Okay, then. Let's see what happened. Well, in 1980, there was Europe's biggest earthquake since 1915. 3,000 people were killed in Italy. Okay, that's the most interesting thing. Okay, in 1992, on your birthday, Elmo, in 1992, the first smartphone was introduced. So on your birthday, they showed us the first smartphone in 1992. All right, okay, and Thea, which month?
March.
March. And the date?
6.
6th. Okay, so on the 6th of March. So not too many interesting things happened on the 6th of March. Okay, so in 1965, this was an important war that happened. The United States went to Vietnam, and there was a war, the Vietnam War. And that's when, on your birthdays, when they sent the army to Vietnam to start a war. Oh, so bad things. Right, okay, so the last thing. Okay, so in the book, on page 49, at the very bottom, it says, so just this part here, it says, and today I am years, months, and days old. So we need to find out how old you are today. So on that same web, on a different website, we have an age calculator. So you can find out exactly how old you are today, how many days, months, weeks, minutes, and seconds. So for me, I'll show you for me, all you need to do is type in your birthday. So I was born at 18. Okay, so that's when I was born and the time that I was born. And now it tells me today you are, can you see this here? So this is how old I am right now. Right now, I'm this old. So we can find out how old you are. So in the book, years, months, and days. Okay, years, months, and days old. Right, okay, who wants to go first? I will type in your birth date and you can write the answer in your book. Who's first? How do you know how old you are? You can use this website to help you. You need to write years, months, and days. All you need to do is tell me your birth date. Who is first? Someone needs to go first. Who's going to go first?
Me, but I don't know the time.
Don't worry about time. Time's not important.
Okay.
So November 23rd.
23rd. 2009.
2009.
Yes.
2009. Right. Okay, Elmo. So today you are 11 years, 10 months, and 15 days. Okay. 11 years, 10 months, 15 days. Okay, who's next?
Kate, teacher Kate.
Pardon? Kun? Okay, Kun. So February.
February 2nd.
2nd. And year?
2011.
2011. Okay, so today you are 10 years, 8 months, and 5 days old. So write that in your book, 10 years, 8 months, 5 days. Okay, who's next? Okay, 1. Again, was it June?
August.
August, okay,
No,
August.
August.
Number?
28.
28. And year?
2012.
2012. Okay, so today you are 9 years, 1 month, 11 days. 9 years, 1 month, 11 days. Okay, who's next? Kate, Faya?
Me.
Okay, Faya. Which month was it?
March
March. Okay, March
6th.
6th. Okay, year?
2011.
2011. Okay, so today you are 10 years, 7 months, and 3 days old. 10 years, 7 months, 3 days. Okay, Kate, can you hear me? Okay, Kate's gone away again. Right, so in the book, we had some other details that you need to fill in about yourself. So I want you guys to do this, and then next week we're going to talk about this, okay? So do this whenever you can. It's very easy. You can see all you need to do is write the numbers that are for you. So I'm meters tall. So 1 meter, what? 1 meter, 56 centimeters. 1 meter, 12 centimeters. So I'm 1.2 meters tall, 1.8 meters tall. Okay, my lucky number is, okay, so fill this in, start now. We've got 5 minutes until we finish, so start now. Start writing this now and try to finish by next week, okay? So for me, I'm going to fill this in for me so you can see what you need to do. Just write numbers. So you can see for your birthday, you can just write it like this. Okay, just write the numbers. That's all you need to do. So the date, the month, and the year. If you have a lucky number, write your lucky number. So for telephone number, you don't have to write your telephone number. Don't worry about that. Okay, we can skip telephone number. Okay. How many English words do you know? I think I know 100 English words, 1,000. How many do you think you know? I think I know more, but I'll say this number to be conservative. I often travel on the bus. So what number bus? If you don't get a bus to go anywhere, maybe you get a bus to go to school, maybe you get a bus to go to see your friend or your family member. What number bus would you get? So when I was at school, this was the number bus I used to take to school. I used to get on the 314 bus. But maybe it's to go to your friend's house. Maybe it's to go shopping. It takes me minutes to come to school. So that's going to your to your weekday school, your normal school. How long does it take? So for me, it would take 30 minutes. And then how far is the school from your house? So my school is kilometers from my house. My school was about 20 kilometers. About people live in a village, town, city where my home is. So how many people? So where my home is, there were about 10,000 people. Bottom. Just write the numbers for how many years, months, and days you are. Okay, guys, so finish this, and then next week we're going to talk about it a little bit. Okay. Yes, does everyone understand? Can you all hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right then, guys. Good stuff. Right. So that's it for today. I'll see you all next week. Bye bye.
Bye bye, teacher. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye bye.
Hi, Teacher Kern.
Ah, hello. Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon.
All right. So I've made you the host now. I'll leave you to it.
Thank you.
All right.